All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of the Vortex Lounge. Talk about everything Fortnite Creative. We talk about UEFN. We talk about our thoughts, feelings, and updates, too. We're going to start doing that really soon. And for our third episode, finally, we have our guest, Chowda. Say hi.
Yo, what's good, guys?
And some of you might know him, some of you might not. See him all over the place. Reddit, Twitter, in Mustard Plays videos especially. And we're going to talk to him. Mainly, I want to start off with what are your thoughts on the UEFN so far?
I like it. I think there's a lot of opportunities with the engine. I think you can create a lot of unique experiences, bring a
Right.
lot of players to the platform. Although I'm not a fan of what's getting featured at the moment,
Right.
but overall, I think it's great. And I think UEFN will have a great future ahead of it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like the only problem with it, honestly, the features. But I mean, that was an issue in 1.0 too, and that's the only reason why I don't care. If I'm being honest,
Hmm.
it's like this was an issue with 1.02, but the thing that scares me most is what Tim Sweeney said on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it. It was
Actually, I haven't seen it. What do you say?
he it was like somebody was asking him about the content in Discovery, and he basically in short said that there's no plans to fix that
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks.
because
Um, wow.
the way he put it is it's the metaverse, or not the metaverse, it's Fortnite and it's UEFN, and if the players are having fun playing the map, then there's no reason to fix it. um so in short, he is completely standing with creators who make
I
maps.
mean, I kind of get it from his standpoint. I mean,
Right, yeah.
right?
It's like
It,
it's not he's not making a completely out of this world bizarre point, but
yeah, it makes sense because you don't want, to have, let's say, these high quality maps on Discover. Maybe the casual won't like that. Right? When people go into maps like a pit or like a box fight, something very simple, right? They go in there to just shoot and kill. That's what most kids, go in the maps to do. They just like to do whatever, get to the point, which is to, kill other players. Um, so I get that. Most experiences in UEFN are simple. Um, and people, some of the audience don't want to see complex stuff. They think it's just too much.
all right.
Um, So kind of what I'm getting is that Tim Sweeney just doesn't want to see. He doesn't want to make a massive change that'll fuck up discovery and
Right.
players' experiences.
Yeah.
I get that.
I mean, it's not like the plays aren't good right now. Like the plays right now are pretty good. They're going nice.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The UEF Some of the UEFN maps are kind of like um there's good ones that are doing really good in plays.
Hmm.
I think 1.0 maps are still dominating though, by far.
Um, I think so. Yes. Um, I just think because I guess XP, right?
Yeah.
Uh, 1.0 has the XP advantage, and when people go and discover and see clickbaity maps and XP maps,
Hmm.
they want to go there to get XP so they can level up. So I think
Or
1.0 does have that slight edge.
or if not 1.0, then just 1.0 maps converted to 2.0.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I still think XP is like a big factor here.
Oh,
So
100%.
I I
Um,
hate seeing people deny um that it has anything to do with plays.
hmm.
Now I was talking to Kenduk. I want to see if you agree with this. Right, episode 2. Go watch it, by the way. Um, Me and Kenduk were talking about XP, and his argument was that, and I can't say I agree with this, but um, XP only results in short-term bursts of plays, right? And I can't say he's completely wrong there because he has a point. Like you can release a map and it gets a bunch of plays because of the XP. But then
Mm.
when you update it and all that XP goes away, it's gone.
Right. Yeah.
So his
Yeah.
his his point was just like um, long term plays come from the people who genuinely enjoy the map, but those short term plays that just come and go, that's XP. That part I agree with.
Oh yes, I can agree with Candid. I can agree.
Yeah. Um, and I mean, like, the issue is, um, because of that, a lot of people depend on XP,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then it's also kind of hard to get XP enabled because of the plays thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's, and that's my main issue with Discovery. It's like people depend on Discovery because Discovery is the quickest and easiest way to get plays, and it's the
Mm-hmm.
quickest and easiest way for you to get XP. If long, like hard promotion can get you somewhere, but right, this the chances that it'll get you XP enabled so you can have players come in regularly in Discovery is really, really low.
Yeah.
Like really low. That's a big issue. And I mean, like there should be better ways for people to show their maps, but I don't think there's any plans for that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. XP is really the only way to get people on your map for sure. Also the thumbnails come into a big play, I guess. You know, with memes and shit.
I think the creator profiles, right? You know what I'm talking about, creator profiles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can
That
like
was
check
a
out their maps and stuff.
big, 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 big step in the right direction. Like really big. Creator profiles is something we've been waiting for forever. I still don't like them though. And I don't like them because um right, it just you click on more from this creator
Mm-hmm.
and it just shows their maps.
Right.
That I don't like. I feel like there should be more. There should be like it should show their maps, of course, because it's more from the creator. But there should be like a profile picture, a description,
Mm,
right? Because like if you really want players to be intrigued, I feel like in order for players to be invested in a map, they need to know the person who made it. And
yeah, I agree.
I mean that could be me, but like that's what I believe. I think like for a player to be invested, they need to know who made it. They need to know like what's behind it. And a big part of that is a way for that person playing the map to see who made it. But
Right.
the way that it's currently set up, there's no way to do that. You just see the name of the person that made the map, their username, and then you go to more of this creator, and it's just their maps, nothing else.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, maybe
100%.
that's because they also said that profiles are coming to Creator Portal.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I don't know if you noticed this. I love this part in Creator Portal. Like the response time is really really good. If you unlist a map in your Creator Portal, almost instantaneously it doesn't it gets removed from your more from this creator list.
That's really good.
So maybe what they're working on is like in Creator Portal, you'll have your profile and you'll be able to edit the profile picture and the banner and all that, the bio, and then it'll update in real time in the game. Maybe that's what they're working towards. And then I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe there'll be like a QR code you can scan that takes you to their Creator Portal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, or maybe they don't have to do any of that, and it'll just be a QR code that takes you to the Creator Portal where you can see their information.
Mm-hmm. I
Um,
definitely agree. I definitely think the creator pages, is that what they call? Right.
yeah,
I definitely think they do lack personality.
yeah.
I
It
definitely
just
can agree with it.
they need to add more ways for people to know the creator.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, I guess now with UEFN, you can do that within the map. You can have like your profile picture and all your socials, but the issue with that is that look, 1.0 doesn't really let you do that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't import my logo into 1.0. I have to do it in 2.0. And, the amount of people that don't have 2.0, as you know, um,
Yeah.
it's a bit of an
Including
issue,
me.
including you.
Yeah.
Mm. And on that note, how's 1.0 been for you?
Um,
Has
I,
it been less buggy, more buggy?
to be honest, I haven't even really done anything in 1.0. I've been, just doing my own thing, not really, being on Fortnite. But even when I do hop on 1.0, I don't really, I just feel like everything I do can get conquered, in 2.0 and just
Right.
completely, done better. So I just, going into 1.0, like actually a week ago, I was trying to make something, make an art piece, and then I realized like, who cares? Somebody could just
Yeah,
fucking
you could just
import it
import
in a
it.
snap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I feel very pointless right now, in Fortnite Creative.
Yeah. I mean, like, at least you can know you're not alone in that. There's a lot of people who feel that way.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think it was, yeah, it was me and Taken. We imported Joe Biden into the HQ when we were making it. It was just for
Mm.
shits and giggles. And we imported Joe Biden, and it was 3D and everything. But it had me thinking like somebody could make Joe Biden, for example, like a sculpted Joe Biden in 1.0, and we're over
Mhm.
here just importing him in.
Yeah, and split of a second. It's crazy.
Right. And that's, I mean, I don't want to say it's an issue because it really isn't an issue. It's actually a step in the right direction. But at the
Mhm.
same time, it's a huge, huge letdown for 1.0 guys. Huge.
Um, did you hear though? I think I already talked to you about this in private, but Donald said that UEFN works good on
Yeah,
PS5,
yeah, I saw that on
which is
PS5.
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I mean, I feel it's more of an issue in it than anything, though. Um, there's this gap because on one end, like people are excited about console getting UEFN, but on the other end, nobody's questioning like what consoles are it going to be? Is it going to be on? If it works on PS5, what about Xbox Series X? Because Xbox players need it too. And if anything, Xbox players should have gotten it before PlayStation, considering the fact that they have PC assets on an Xbox.
The reason I think Xbox won't let it happen is that they don't want people going to the files on the Xbox.
Right.
They literally
Um,
got rid of the File Explorer like a bit before the Series X
Did they?
and S came out. Yeah, they got rid of the File Explorer on the Xbox.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
it's also thinking, right? With this, would this completely eliminate 1.0? Would you think?
I mean, like, there's always going to be people who use 1.0 because, new
Yeah, I
people.
guess. Yeah.
But, like, if everyone has the ability to, but you also got to think about mobile, right? Epic is never, ever, ever, ever going to let one side have less opportunity than the other because it's very obvious that they are very very focused on the idea of everyone being equal in Fortnite. Um, and if they weren't, then creative wouldn't be available on mobile, which would honestly benefit us all. But who am I to say that? Same thing with Switch too. But it brings up questions like if they eliminate 1.0, then what happens to the Switch players? What happens to the mobile players? Or do they just not have that ability anymore to use creative? To answer your question, I don't think it'll get rid of 1.0. I don't think it'll eliminate 1.0 at all. 1.0 will still be there. It'll still be an option always, but um, it's only going to be an option because of Switch and because of mobile. But to that, I say what's the point of even creating if you're on those platforms anymore? It's gonna be a huge, 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 huge issue. Because there are a lot of Switch creators. I know that they're like you can't really tell because there's some talented creators on Switch, but there are Switch creators. Maybe not mobile creators. There are a couple, but Switch creators and mobile creators, right? Regardless of talent, they're going to be left out of the loop completely. because not only does it take longer for them to make maps because of the constant crashing, the frame drops, the lagging, everything, right? It's going to take longer to make maps, but also there's going to be less outcome, some less benefit because of the fact that other consoles, the higher end ones, are going to have access to more than them.
Well, I'm not saying like right it would eliminate like they remove 1.0, but what I mean in the sense of that is like would it literally make them entirely pointless? Like if a PS4, a
That
PS5,
definitely, I believe that. Like,
yeah,
if
that's what I meant in terms of like it would just make 1.0 pointless if
right.
PS5, Xbox, and PC got
No, 100%. If those platforms got 2.0, it would make 1.0 useless. Useless. Because,
yeah.
like, there's still PS4 creators, right? Syntax was a
Hmm.
PS4 creator before he moved to PC, which was really recently,
Exactly.
right? There's still really, really good PS4 creators. There's still really, really good Xbox One creators.
Right.
All of those guys out the picture. They're gone.
Hmm.
And it's going to be a really, 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 really bad thing when it happens.
Yeah.
Because Epic's going to be losing a lot of talent.
Hmm.
A lot of talent. And it's going to get replaced with a lot of importing apps.
Right.
And I think that was my issue with 1.0. Or not 1.0, 2.0 when it came out. It's the idea that, like, there's less skill involved in the actual building aspect now.
Mm. Well, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't
I
say that
would.
there's not less skill. I would say that it's just easier to build, right?
That would mean less
Which
skill.
means is, I mean, I guess not
But
really.
there's more skill involved in mechanics now because of, like,
Yeah,
nerds.
coding.
But the actual building aspect is a lot more vast and easier now. Because,
Hmm.
all right, you as a zombie creator, you know more than anyone, like, intense hours spent just placing every single piece
Hmm.
nicely, making sure everything looks good, making everything custom. The skill and the patience that goes into that is insane. But
Right.
UEFN, I can really just import something that looks 10 times better than anything you've ever made.
Hmm.
And
Crazy.
then there it is. Then now I have a map that looks better than everything you've made combined. And I did nothing to do it. I did nothing to get it. I just imported it.
Right.
I mean, like, I don't see an issue with that because, like, that's what UE5 is. You know, you can import assets, you can make your own assets.
Hmm.
Um, but I feel like that's an issue. I still feel like that's an issue because, like, this is not
100%.
UE5, right? It
Hmm.
can They can say it's UE5 all they want, but it's not UE5. It's Fortnite.
Yeah.
And as a community altogether, we need to agree that, like, you know, there has to be a fine line between what's allowed in terms of making maps and what isn't.
Right.
Um, and right now there isn't one. There isn't one. You can do whatever you want, and I like that. You know, I can't say I don't like that. I like the freedom to do what you want, just
Hmm.
without copyright. But even that copyright issue is a bit of a problem
Yeah, I
because, like,
agree. Do you actually? This brings a question to you. Kind of a twist,
yeah,
right? But um, do you think they're gonna let go of the copyright eventually?
no, absolutely not.
No. You think
Absolutely,
it's gonna stay?
yeah, I think it's gonna stay.
I mean, yeah, I respect that. Cause like
And I can
Roblox
tell you
doesn't
exactly why. I can tell you exactly.
Roblox does actually. They recently took down a SpongeBob game.
Yeah,
really.
you
Yeah,
can't.
they took
It's not.
down
You
a
don't.
SpongeBob game where SpongeBob would chase you and kill you because and now there's actually going to be an official SpongeBob game, but they did actually recently take down a SpongeBob game because because Viacom said so. So
And
Roblox will still take down stuff for copyright. Just they have this Roblox waits to be contacted first.
this brings me to exactly what I was.
Mm,
This is literally what I was about to talk about. Fortnite's doing what Roblox does.
mm,
I was talking about this with Enderbite and Solitude in the first episode. Um, Epic does not care about copyright. They do not care, and neither does
right.
Roblox. And the reason why is because it makes them money. Makes them a lot of money. The copyright makes them money because people want to see stuff from other games in Fortnite. It's as simple as that, right?
Mhm.
And you know that because you made copyright maps originally.
Mhm.
People want to see the copyright, but Fortnite, they'll have to deal with legal action.
Mhm.
So what they do is really simple. They let people make them those copyright maps, and they wait until a company goes and asks them to take it down, and then they take it down. And that's why when everyone's zombie maps got taken down, that's why. It's because they got that email from Activision and they
Mhm.
took it all down. They were perfectly okay with it. But because UEFN is such a big thing, everyone's eyes are on Fortnite.
Right. Yeah.
Because these big companies didn't think that anything that you guys were making before was possible. They didn't believe that. Like, what the fuck? It's Fortnite.
Yeah.
But with UEFN, now all of a sudden everyone's eyes are on Fortnite. Now all of a
Right.
sudden everyone is looking at these maps. And obviously it's really easy for casual players or new players to look at a 1.0 map and think it's 2.0. Because I saw it on Twitter. Got into an argument with someone on Twitter, conveniently enough. And it was over the Modern Warzone Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, they posted one of Granto's maps. I think it was
Mhm.
Town. They posted Town. And it was when Granto was showing the map in first
Right.
person. The glitch was out. They posted it, and I think someone mentioned something about like it being made in UEFN, right?
Mhm.
Oh, because I think I said, or someone said like this is really 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 cool, and yeah, someone said that, and this guy commented like it really isn't since it was just made in UEFN. It's it's just imported assets, right?
Mhm.
And I went under and I was like, this isn't UEFN, this is 1.0. This was made a while back. And he got into a whole argument trying to tell me it was 2.0. And it got to a point where I gave up and I just tagged Gronto and I was like, you just ask him.
Mhm.
And 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 Gronto confirmed it for him. Like, yeah, this is a 1.0 map. And after that the guy blocked me. Um but but it's okay. But my point is, right? Like it's really, really easy for people who don't play Fortnite or don't keep up on Fortnite to know what the difference between 1.0 and 2.0 is. Because I told the guy like when I was explaining to him how it was a 1.0 map, I told him like as a creator myself, right? I can tell you really simply, there's 1.0 assets in here. This is 1.0. I can easily tell that this is 1.0. You
Mhm.
can tell the difference. It's not hard.
Yeah. As a
Um,
creator, you can easily tell the difference for
right.
sure.
And he was telling me, so just because you're a creator, you can tell the difference between 1.0 and 2.0. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
It's hard for people to believe that there's such a big difference between the two that someone who works within can tell the difference that easily. Um, but it is really that easy. Like you can see the difference. It's the lighting, it's the assets around, it's everything, and it's even how the game
Yeah.
performs because most UEFN maps perform way better than the 1.0 maps. And
Mhm.
that's just like that's a fact because there's less happening in UEFN, especially
Right.
with the maps in Discover. Um,
Okay.
but it's really easy for casuals to mistake the two, and that's I mean I wouldn't say it's an issue. That's more of like a good thing because that just means that the 1.0 maps are really good.
Exactly. Right.
Either they're really good or they're so bad that people think it's UEFN because of the way that UEFN or because of the way that UEFN has been portrayed.
Has been. Yeah.
Right. And that brings me to another point, right? The OG Battle Royale map, the
Yeah.
stuff in Discover, even the Fracture event. We haven't even
Mhm.
talked about the Fracture event.
Wait.
Oh my,
Fracture event?
or yeah, the Fracture event, the Chapter 3 season finale.
What, somebody recreated it or some shit?
No.
Oh, oh,
That
oh,
event,
oh.
that end of chapter event was made in UEFN.
Oh, okay.
Epic was trying to test out UEFN, so they made an entire event with it, and that's why it was so long and boring. Because like they're, and it also has to do with like a lack of creativity. I don't know what they were doing. Maybe it was like a last minute thing, but there was
Mm-hmm.
just there was not a lot of creativity when that event came out. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of it didn't make sense. It was very confusing, but but it did show that UEFN had some pretty crazy capabilities that we didn't have before,
Mm-hmm.
and that was pretty big. Um, but it was so bad that a lot of people already started hating UEFN before it was even out,
Mm.
and I think maybe that's why it took like because it was supposed to come out with the beginning of chapter 4, but it didn't.
Right.
It took forever, and I feel like that event has something to do with it.
Mm.
Maybe there were some bugs that they found in the event, or maybe it was just the fact that nobody liked it.
Right.
And then there's Discovery, right? Discovery has all of these maps. Really, I mean, some of them are boring, some of them are fun, some of them are just plain stupid.
Right.
And I can't say I'm not all for the stupid maps because, like,
Mm-hmm.
Glagoland is fire. Have you seen Glagoland? Wait, didn't we play it together?
Uh, no.
The map with all the smiley faces everywhere.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, Glagoland is fire. All right, it's so
Mhm.
stupid that it's actually fun.
Right.
Um, and I think like I don't see an issue with that because like Roblox has the same thing. In Roblox, you're gonna see the terrible content, but it's gonna be mixed in with the good, and that's Fortnite needs to move more towards Roblox,
Mm-hmm.
right? Roblox, say it's bad all you want, but you cannot deny that there are good maps in Roblox.
There are good
Oh,
games in
100%.
Roblox, yes, but
Right? There are
most of what's on the Roblox like trending area is mostly just the same stuff. It's most of the same stuff, and then once in a while you'll find the one good experience. That's what
right,
Roblox is, and I know this from experience 'cause I play Roblox with my friends very often. So
but my point is right. There is in Roblox a lot of tabs, and they organize it pretty well. Right? They make
Mm-hmm.
sure that it's clear what you're playing and there's no mistakes, right? It's always the right thing. In Fortnite, I mean, from time to time, there'll be a map that sneaks into the wrong category, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the majority of the time, it's pretty spot on. And Fortnite doesn't have that same thing. It's in Fortnite, there's always an issue. There's always a map in the wrong category, always a map in the wrong tab, always the creator being in the same tab twice. Like, what the hell is that
Mm-hmm.
about? Having a creator in a tab twice is terrible because now they're making double the money and someone else is losing a chance to be in that category.
Exactly.
Um, so Fortnite has that big issue where there's like they have thousands of maps that they could be putting in Discovery, and yet they have these small little tabs with low quality, really weird, unfun maps, right?
Mm-hmm.
And right, like I just said, there's no problem with low quality, especially now in UEFN. There really isn't a problem with low quality as long as the map is fun, like what Tim Sweeney said. If a map is fun, why why take action on it? It's fun,
Right.
but there there really needs to be some way for people to play what they want to play, right? And another thing, there needs to
Search
be a
bar.
yep, you already knew. There needs to be a search bar.
Yes.
There needs to be a search bar. I was literally
That would
about to say
fix it.
like no more codes. They need to get rid of the codes. I swear, man. I'm tired of having to type in how many digits is it? 4, 8, 16.
Yes.
16. Is it 16?
No, it's 4, 8, 12, 12.
I'm tired of having to type in a 12-digit code to enter a map. I want to be able to just type in fucking I don't know Vortex HQ right? And there it is. Vortex HQ pops up, and now I can play
Right.
Vortex HQ, right? Why is that not a thing? That like I, especially now that the Epic Games team is not working on, um, now that they're not working on UEFN really heavy because it's out.
Hmm.
They need to put some focus in Discovery. Like they have to. They have
Yeah.
to. There needs to be
I
some focus.
think Discovery just needs to be redone entirely.
I would love to see like a good redo redo to the UI.
Yeah.
Like a good just a good refresh. Start everything from the beginning. Because
Hmm.
right now it is not it.
One thing I
It's
think
not it.
they should do with Discovery is separate is like completely separate the creative and UEFN stuff from the normal Epic Games Battle Royale stuff because it's hard to
Yes.
like find the Battle Royale stuff when you want to find it.
Hmm.
Yes.
Because like
Or
'I'll
100%.
scroll forever just to find the Buy Epic tab just so I can play Battle Royale and
I mean
just
like
because
But
of
Epic
how they
should
have it.
always be at the top.
right, by it should be recently played, right? Recently played, made by Epic, and then Epic's picks. Those are the three categories should always be at the top.
Yes.
Yes.
Always. Epic's picks is there for a reason. It's Epic's picks. They pick the maps that they want there. Like
Yeah.
that should always be there. Made by Epic should be right below recently played. I think. I think recently played should always be at the very top because that's like recently
That's
played
the
is the
go-to
map.
maps.
Right, that's like those are the maps that you love. Or if not, then just like remove the recently played entirely and make favoriting the big thing.
Mhm.
Because you can favorite maps, right? And no, it's not really utilized. Move around some tabs, or just remove the tabs completely. That would be fine too. Like,
Um, I think literally the only tabs they should keep, right? Recently played, made by Epic, um, and then Epic's picks,
mm-hmm.
and then I would say made in UEFN
Yeah,
and something for 1.0. I don't know what that would be. Maybe just made in 1.0,
yeah.
maybe a new tab, and then that should be it.
I
And
mean,
then the rest should just be search.
they can do that with the browse tab too,
Yeah.
right? They have a made in UEFN category, but no made in 1.0 category,
Hmm.
which is a bit weird.
Or actually, me personally, actually, I would say scrap made in UEFN.
Really?
And yes, I would say trending in UEFN and trending in 1.0 as two separate
Oh,
tabs.
yeah, I can
And
see
then
that.
you would have your search bar.
Would it say 1.0 that like this is like just a really random topic, but like
Or just creative. Because
this is
UEFN and creative are two different things.
yeah. I was literally about to mention that. Like it's like it's a weird topic because people call FNC 1.0 and people call UEFN 2.0.
Yeah.
What should we call Fortnite Creative?
Creative. I think
Right.
that's just what it should be
Right.
called.
Like I think FNC makes sense, but like everyone is calling it 1.0. And it feels like
Hmm.
the only way to speak to casual players about 1.0 is by calling it 1.0 because
Yeah.
nobody refers to it as FNC, even though that would be the correct way to put it.
Hmm.
And it's the same thing with UEFN too. Like sometimes when I'm talking to certain people, I'll say 2.0 just because it makes more sense to them.
Right.
When I'm speaking about 2.0 to like my brother, for example, sometimes I'll say 2.0 just because like it's what he's used to.
Hmm.
Right? I know you have him in 1.0 a lot,
Yeah.
but when you have gone in as of recently, what's been the biggest demotivator for you?
To be honest, it's just UEFN as a whole.
Really?
Yes. Just knowing that people can just make stuff better than me
Yeah.
in quicker time. Another thing is I feel like I'm not saying that they haven't been doing anything to 1.0, right? We got the new device, a few
That
quality of
device
life changes.
is so good, by the
Yeah, no, that device is insane, right? But I just feel like 1.0 is gonna get treated less than UEFN. I feel like UEFN is gonna get more updates than 1.0 because it's 1.0. It's less than a focus than what UEFN is right now.
way. Yeah,
So knowing that people can make better stuff in UEFN, knowing that Creative 1.0 is probably gonna get less updated, um,
yeah,
I'm just at a complete disadvantage.
yeah.
The
It's a bit
only
sad.
advantage I have is XP, right?
Yeah,
I really do think Epic needs to somehow, I don't even know what they could do, but somehow put them at the same level, doing something in 1.0. I don't know
yeah.
what that would be, but I think they should do something.
I think 1.0 should also get playtime XP
Yes.
because like
I think actually,
you have the Accolade device, but it's so hard to get it activated. At this point, just remove it and
yeah,
then
no, I
have
think it
playtime.
should swap.
Really?
Yeah, I think it should swap. UEFN has the device. They should get the calibration. 1.0 automatically gets the XP because of all the advantages that UEFN has. Like it reminds me of honestly the keyboard and mouse and controller system. We have
Yeah,
aim assist because PC has their entire arm, right? It's
yeah.
the same thing. I think we should get XP automatically.
I can see that. Yeah. All right. Well, now I want to get a little bit of a deeper insight into you as a creator. When
Sure, man.
When did you start creative?
I started creating on the launch. Actually, a little bit earlier because I got the battle pass with the early access.
Yes, you had early access on launch. That's
Yep.
crazy. And how's that been for you?
It's been great. It's given me a platform, and I can appreciate everybody that's been with me.
Yeah,
Enderbite, Immature, giving me the spot to showcase my work.
yeah,
Um, all that stuff. I appreciate everybody that's been on the journey. As much as even Jawa, everybody, Trilogy,
hmm,
everybody, like y'all is the reason why I stay here. Great stuff. Even though I do think I'm gonna move from Fortnite Creative, possibly dive into UEFS. I'm looking to get a PC soon. I don't
yep,
even see myself standing with UEFN right now. Um, I've been trying to move into um YouTube, and doing content similar to Markiplier, doing a bunch of different games,
yep,
tossing up a bunch of variety, cool challenges. Um, that's really what I'm up to.
yeah. Well, I mean, you had a bit of a prime moment at some point in your career. You had
Yes.
a big prime moment. Like you were popping off. You were making really good maps, really good, quick speed builds, and you were showing up
Yep.
a lot. Like it was, you were up there. You were definitely up there. You were showing up in Mustard Plays videos. You were showing up all over
Yeah.
Reddit, showing up on Twitter.
I first started with zombies, and I want to say, I know I already said thank you, but I want to say thank you again to Jawa. He's the one who got me into zombies, inspired me to make it. Um, and that's what really I think took me off.
Yeah.
And it was town. Actually, I would say it's farm first. Farm was like the first takeoff. Thank you, the
Oh yeah.
syntax, to making a video on it. That was what made it go crazy.
And Farm
And
was
then it
good.
was town. Town, I made town. Uh, I teased it so much. I did like a teaser a day. I at least did like a good 30 teasers, more
Yeah.
than anybody should.
Yeah. I
Promoting as
remember.
much as I could. Yeah. Um, and then TikTok. Thank you to Vance the Oliver. Even before town, he's helped me. Just advice. Promoting my stuff. But
Yeah.
town was really what did it. Not only did it blow me up, but it also blew his platform up. I know for a fact. I mean, it got right. He did a post, the first one. I think it got like 100,000 likes, and then he did a second one replying to somebody saying, I forgot what did the person say? It was like it was something about Epic, like Epic making it and not me. And he made a reply video, and that got even more. I think it has over 1 million to this day,
Yeah.
and that gave me a huge platform. I gained so many followers, so much of an audience, and I had a map ready. I had Bus
Yeah.
Depot Survival. Boom! They took away my code. Unfortunately, I
Yeah.
didn't have the tax info, and it kind of got me a little slow. So I had an idea. What if
Hmm.
I continue to hype with a bunch of really cool art pieces? So I went to Cold War, made Cold War perks, a bunch of COD art pieces, cartoon art pieces, Spider-Man art pieces, and that was the first. Actually, no, the first thing I got in the Mustard's video was there's this prop inside Tilted. It's like a little pillar, and you like resize or you like move it around, resize it, and it stays the same. I don't know if you
Oh
ever
yeah,
saw
yeah.
that.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, it stays the same texture. That was the first video I got, and then it was Spider-Man, and then a few of my art pieces from Reddit that I posted. And ever since the art piece train, I just kept rolling with art piece. Um, and then I think it was me, Dom, Vind. Well, first it was Vind, Exo, and Dom. They made a team called Eternity. Exo left, and it was just Dom and Vind, and I think a few others that I didn't really know. They offered me a spot, or I think I asked them. I don't know which it was. I think I asked them if I could join.
You probably
Um,
did. This was post Maple.
yeah, post Maple. I don't even want to talk about that.
No, no one does.
um, yeah. Um, left Maple, joined them. And then we were making Nocturne Totem a remake.
Hmm.
Um, and then after that, Noise joined, and we made Swamp Reborn. I'm sure somebody else seen that. Maybe not, but it was a great map. Great launch. It gave us a lot of followers. Mr. T Lexify played it.
Oh yeah.
Really big COD Zombies YouTuber. He's also played My Town, which is really cool on the same stream, both maps. Um, and then after that, we made Nocturne Totem. Or it wasn't even Nocturne Totem, it was a War That War remake with Noct and Varuk in the same map. Then we made Bus Depot reimagined, which had new areas, new unique twists, everything. Um, and then the whole copyright thing, UEFN launched, and they took down both of those maps. And right now it's just a steady road right now for Eternity FNC. Gonna
Yep.
be making some cool stuff, zombies maps, MP, all that kind of stuff. I can't really say too much, but we
Hmm.
got a lot coming. But that's it really from me and my team.
Yep. Well, shoot. Um, I have one last question for you, and then
Absolutely.
we're gonna end it off.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
have 3 minutes left.
I gotta eat soon, so that works perfectly.
What was the longest amount of time that you ever spent on a map?
Swamp. Swamp Reborn.
Really?
Yes. Actually, yeah, Swamp. Because I originally, I think it's actually a full year. Because Swamp
Jesus.
Reborn is a reimagined from my original Swamp map, which I made in like weeks. Um, it was originally a collab between me and a friend, and we overdid the detail, so it stayed unstable, way too much memory, and it stayed like that for a good month. So
Yeah.
we're already a good 2 months in development, right? Noise steps in, and he's pretty much the leader. He like put me and Potter aside, came in going
Damn.
crazy, like, yo, we should do this, we should do this, we should do this. And I agreed. We deleted all detail and stuff. redid it, made it more memory efficient, all that kind of stuff. And then after that, we made all the Easter eggs. We added an extra area, did a bunch of stuff, and I want to say it took a good, I want to say a good 6, 8 months.
8 months.
Yes.
Jesus.
Same with Bus Depot. I'd say they're tied. Because it was 8 months as well.
Well, I saw the process of the bus depot. That's sick.
Yeah.
I thought it was never gonna. So yeah, that was good. It was really good talking to you.
Yeah, man. I appreciate the opportunity of being on this podcast, and I would love to come again future episodes.
Yeah, that'd be great. But in other words, everyone, that was the Vortex Lounge, and this was Chowda, and we'll see you all in episode 4 really soon.
See ya.
See y'all.